Stop me if you've heard this one before, but Thor Odinson's arch nemesis slash brother Loki has just joined a brand new team of science fiction based heroes called the Defenders. Joining Loki in this brand new team is breakout Marvel star America Chavez, who just debuted in the MCU for the Multiverse of Madness film. Alongside America Chavez, we have Dr. Adam Brashear, aka the Blue Marvel, who is an absolute genius and an incredibly powerful hero in the Marvel Universe. In addition, we have Tigra, an Avengers mainstay and really fascinating character, alongside Taya, the mother of Galactus. With all this in mind, let's dive deep into the brand new issue of Defenders Beyond #1, which just went ahead and debuted today. My name is Arakko Braddock, and I wanted to dig deep into this brand new issue. But before we dig any further into the video, I want to encourage you to consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the video. That way I can keep coming out with excellent new content focused on the bleeding edge of what is being published at Marvel and DC Comics. And now that we have all the bases covered, let's go ahead and check out the debut of Marvel's new Defenders Beyond #1. My favorite part about the series is the wonderful creative team that Marvel's editorial has gathered here. In fact, X-Men Red writer Al Ewing is contributing the script to this series alongside the incredibly talented Javier Rodriguez, who worked on the incredible Daredevil comic book series in the past. And I really do think that the biggest draw for Defenders Beyond is the beautiful artwork rendering this insanely deep science fiction script with tons of detail and interest. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the preview pages for Defenders Beyond #1. This is drawn exclusively by Javier Rodriguez with letters from VC's Joe Caramagna. And this page is actually a great way to transition us over to the beginning of Defenders Beyond, which actually starts with Stephen Strange delivering his final spell. For anyone not in the know, Dr. Stephen Strange just recently passed away in the Marvel Universe, and he was a founding member of the original Defenders team. Doctor Strange has to tie up some loose ends, and he is able to kind of present himself to Blue Marvel to explain to him why this new team of Defenders is necessary to correct the balance of cosmic forces that are kind of creating difficulty in the universe. And Al Ewing is keeping with some of the themes he established in the first Defenders run by making sure that each issue takes on the perspective of an individual character. This particular issue focuses in on Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel is a really dense character who has a lot of science fiction background. Al Ewing even has a history of the character with past works. However, this page is an excellent way to show off some of the abilities from Javier Rodriguez. If you take a look at just how dynamic this page is and how the page is laid out, you start to get a feel for just how ambitious Rodriguez's work is with these Marvel books. The way that Rodriguez interprets the mythology that really kicked off the Marvel Universe, which is the Fantastic Four from the 60s, featuring writing from Stan Lee and art from Jack Kirby. It's clear to me that Rodriguez takes inspiration from Kirby specifically for this Defenders Beyond series, which is exemplified through this multicolored kind of installation and all of these individual lines and just how chaotic the overall page is as a whole. And if you take a look here, this is another page that calls upon, that multicolored focus with a really dense and complicated page structure showing just how talented Javier Rodriguez is with some of the artwork. Defenders Beyond is an incredibly fast-moving debut issue. Essentially, the way that the issue works is once all of the characters are drawn together, the first 5 Defenders Beyond are finally assembled. They are all ready to go ahead and pit themselves against the new foe and essentially correct the time-displaced issues with the Marvel Universe until a secret surprise character shows up at the very, very end. I'm going to spend the last couple seconds of the video just touching on and going over that spoiler, but I want to give a fair warning to anybody who hasn't checked out Defenders or Defenders Beyond before we go ahead and do so. And I'm going to give one final spoiler warning for the end of the video. Now that the spoilers are out of the way, I want to tell you about the mysterious and last Defender who actually shows up in this issue. It's none other than the Beyonder. The Beyonder is so fascinating, just a Marvel character who has so much history, and not all of it is positive. A lot of it stems from behind-the-scenes drama. This character was really utilized in the Secret Wars 2 crossover, and it'll be absolutely fascinating to see Al Ewing and Rodriguez try and carve out a basically slot on the team for this character and really start to show like how, you know, even bad Marvel stories can be reutilized in really interesting ways. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around for the video today. I had such a pleasure making it and talking about just the weirder subsection of the Marvel Universe. You can go ahead and find my content weekly over on the channel. One more time, I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video if you like the content. Thank you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.